From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. You talk about this Bengals defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
9 yards.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Burrow will throw. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance. I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Done. Stop. 11. Stop.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf, and a first down to boot.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Bigsby. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. You talk about this Bengals defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Now Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Gun. 11. Right, 80. 11. Stop.
That was short one to Gesicki. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
Here we go. Right, 80. Right, 11. Stop.
To the air again, Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Let's get set. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. First catch of the game by Higgins, and he's got his guys a first down.
First down. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
24-yard line.
Stop.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop. Right 80. Right 11. MT. Take. 11.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I'm 1, ready? Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Get it. 60
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. This offense as a group ranked 30th on the ground, and those are the kinds of runs that have earned them that spot.
Yeah, dubious distinction, right? Because no one wants to be in that position, and no matter what your style of play, you want to be known as a team that can run the ball when you need to.
Stop. Stop.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Adnan Mitchell, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
The game at 7. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
Calvin Austin on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. And they run the toss to Bigsby. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw here. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Bengals 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
One, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
12.
Here's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Here we go. Stop.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Bengals at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And last week, not only on the scoreboard, but I saw it on tape as well. Definitely not one of their finer performances because they were outclassed pretty much right from the start. So I think there'll be a renewed emphasis on trying to be a little better out of the gate in this one so they don't fall into a big hole.
Now it's Burrow. And it's complete to Mitchell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's 3rd and 3.
11 MT, take. Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Back to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 19 yards away. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Gets around him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First down. It's a gain of 35. And the Steelers first down.
19 right. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got it wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Gun.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
On 2.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That is caught. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
On 1, ready?
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Here we go. Can. Can. 11, 12. 11, MT, tape. 11,
Burrow will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. And now Mitchell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, first and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Let's get set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here we go.
Burrow on play action. It's caught. Mitchell. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 11. 11.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up second down.
11. Gun. Dot. 11, Thomas. Dot.
From midfield now, Burrow. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
180. 11, mighty. Stop.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Here we go. Stop.
And Burrow going to throw again. That's to Chase, he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 26 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Steelers 21. Kevin McPherson with the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man,
brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. Boswell good with the extra point. And we are all tied at 28.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
2nd and 10.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
11.
Now Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
12. Here we go. 180. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here we go. 180. Raise up. 11 MT. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT. Take.
They go play action with Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll set up to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go, here we go. 180. 11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
11. 12.
Now it's Burrow. The kicker here is complete. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
11.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He'll try and do this himself. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
I'm one.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
11. 180.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The slot man in motion right. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Pass to 60. Pass to 60.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Buffalo 18.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. 2nd down and 4.
Gun.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That was a short one to Gesicki. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
A gain of 9 yards.
11 MT. 11 MT.
Now Burrow changing the look. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
11 MT. 11 Thomas.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Evan McPherson Wilson to kick off fourth.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals take over first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, 11 Thomas. 12, 12, 12.
Now it's Burrow. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he wisely will throw that away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies have tried to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10.
11.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here comes 2nd down.
11. Here we go.
Here's Burrow.
And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
3rd and 2.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
11 MT. Here we go. Right 80. Right top. 11.
To throw, Burrow. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go. Right 80. 11. 11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
Throwing, Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
That was short one to Gesicki. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
At the 25-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. That's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly give a leg up with a solid drive here.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Burrow will throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards. Coaches love the rack run after catch, especially here in overtime. Took the short pass, turned it into a big play.
And that's what coaches talk about when they talk to their teams about what overtime means. How many big plays have to be made in order to win a ball game, and which play will be.
And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score. Bengals 42. Steelers 35. Evan McPherson to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A huge play there in overtime. And even 50 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A field goal does nothing. It is touchdown or bust as they come up on third down.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we're talking about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes fourth down.
Back to throw again. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football.
So it's the Bengals who come away with a win. And the man leading the way was their quarterback, CD. That's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, this was a game for the ages, wasn't it? 6 touchdown passes. He had this offense running to its absolute peak efficiency. And I tell you what, that's as good a game as you'll see at the quarterback position.
So for the Bengals, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5.
And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.